So everything you've known about social media is a complete lie. I realized this the other day when I was up in the wee hours of the night. I mean, we're talking 1 a.m. and I was doing really deep research into a said specific influencer, or just person of influence, that then made me do deeper research into other said individuals, that then made me do even deeper research into other said industries. And then I realized everything that we've been told and you've been told is a lie. I found even deeper, really disturbing information that really bothered me. And I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but the stuff that I found was so disturbing that I really feel like putting out this video puts me at risk. Because a lot of this money and a lot of this stuff that people glorify and look at and get excited about online is just simply not real. Call it we, call it you, we all consume. But there are, just like the food chain, consumers and producers. And a lot of people are consumers. And the problem with social media is we often tend to consume anything that we're given. This person says, I just bought this car. We assume it must be cash. But then they'll come out and say, oh, they leased it and they're paying an awfully large amount of money just so they could say they had it for social media. This person says, I bought this apartment, I bought this house, but they're just renting it the whole time. So in your head, you're here consuming these things. I feel like we're all kind of keen to knowing that that is a thing, right? But that's not what I found. I found even deeper, really disturbing information that really bothered me. And I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but social media and what we've been told, the stuff that I found was so disturbing that I really feel like putting out this video puts me at risk. I believe that everyone should know, and me being a producer, one of the top producers in the industry that I'm in, which is the trading industry, but just being in an industry in general, I have found that there are so many things that people who wouldn't be one of those names of influence will never know that actually hurt us so much. I was watching a video the other day, and the video discussed a topic, and I don't want to say names because, like I said, this stuff, it's more disturbing than anything anybody's probably ever brought. Because when I said I went really deep, I went a little deeper than I probably should have. That I wasn't not allowed to because I had access to these things, but like most people, pretty much almost 90% of people would not have access to at all whatsoever. So I see a video of this said influencer, and they are saying how they went through a said personal event. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Because when they were posting, you would have never imagined that event to happen, because you were just like, but that's not how it was portrayed. But we all know that aspect of social media is very fabricated. I get it. I was like, something isn't making sense here. So I said, what am I not understanding? What am I not getting that I never would have put those two and two together at all? Because that's not what was being portrayed. So as I started doing more research, I started to find, not just from that individual, but from various individuals in the trading industry that are very well known. I'm talking, they are the top of the top, the absolute top. And then from there, from other industries, that these are also people who are the top of the top. And then some of them, more respectful industries, they're not really doing these things. Just industries where there's not as much obscurity, or it's not as vague. You kind of know they're doing okay. So as I was doing this deep dive, I started to find that a lot of people don't know how to cover up their tracks. And so they snitch on themselves, and they tell on themselves, and they say everything and put everything out on what they do based on what's being shown. People will start businesses, and these businesses will be made to tailor and appeal to their audience. So their audience will purchase these products, these services, whatever. And these people will then go and shut down the business. You won't know that they are in charge of this business, but they will shut down the business, ultimately scamming every single person. Then there are other businesses that are then started, and these are the people at the top. And I'm telling you guys this because I believe you deserve the right to know. They will start one business and then partner with 2 or 3 other individuals that are also the top people of influence in the industry, and then go out and have one main person market it. That person garners a bunch of people, and they're making money on the back end, but that one person puts themselves at risk because they know this is also fraudulent. And then they do that with multiple other businesses. They then link themselves with another business that's a service business that's adjacent to this business over here. It's a crazy web. This one right here, this is the software, right? The service. That becomes a service to a new service that is then made by these people that are a part of this partnership, except they get their own individual form of that service, and then it trickles down to anyone else that kind of wants a part of it, anyone that has enough money to join in this thing. And I started looking really deep because people aren't exactly legally savvy. They don't know how to put stuff in trust so it can't be traced. They put everything in their name, from their houses to their cars to their businesses. They don't know how to kind of even mask themselves for proper tax certification so that maybe they don't have to pay pay the taxes that they want to pay. They don't know how to not use their credit the right way. And I didn't go and like find these people's social security number. I didn't do all that, right? But I did some very deep digging into the businesses and what they are. And it's so terrible because what they're doing is they're hurting people who are actually trying. And the worst part is they get away with it. And that leads me to the next thing that I noticed is the promotion. So what do they promote? They sit there and they promote all these different products, companies, businesses. So in the trading industry, let's just throw names out there. And I'll speak for myself too. They promote brokers. And these said brokers, and I'll be very honest because I've never said this to anybody. These said brokers will then go and tell them, listen, you promote us, we'll give you a giant affiliate check. They say, okay, I'll take it. It's free money. So then they promote it. That's a fair deal. With any business, you have affiliation. Amazon has Amazon's affiliate program. Robinhood has an affiliate program. Every single business has an affiliate program. That's no issue. If you like a product or service and you want to promote it and you make money to promote it, that's what you do with anything. And that's if you truly like it. Don't promote it just for the sake of doing it. But then after they start generating numbers with their promotions, they then get offered this special deal. There's 1 or 2 deals that they're going to get offered. Sometimes it's even more special. Obviously, I don't know the legal framework of a lot of these deals, but I do know what it is because they've been offered to me too. 1, this is the most common one that I've heard when you are actually producing giant numbers for a company. They offer you what's called a 30% deal, which means you get paid 30% of the losses of the people you sign up. So if you now go and promote, I'm using brokers because I know people that have taken this deal. You now go and you promote the broker, and after promoting the broker, people join because they trust you, because you promoted them. Every time they join and they lose money, you get 30% of whatever they lost. That is insanity. That is messed up. It is immoral. It's just against anything that I could believe in, and it should be against anything that you believe in, and it should be everything against what they believe in. But the whole motive here is money, which is why it seems that there are people who are making insane amounts of money at the top. Like, it's like, how are you making that? This can't be from trading. And trading, it's very difficult. And it's also very, very mischievous and very, very misleading a lot of times, especially when now that you have this deal with this broker, they tell you, well, listen, I'll give you an account. This is called a fake account. Some people know it as marketing account. We're going to say it's a real account. And what we're going to do is we're going to manipulate the numbers in the back end. So, try not to do any live trades because you can't really do that, but we're going to make sure that you win in some way. And then promote that. And then after you promote that, you'll get more numbers. And I'm just like, my Lord. Because here's the thing about that. If you're doing it for the sake of doing it, do it for the sake of doing it. If you're doing it for the sake of promoting, it's very iffy because if you actually know how to trade, it's then also very confusing. But I don't know people's motives. What I don't like is when the motives are money motivated. I'm not going to say somebody's right. I don't know what their family life is like, but I don't like it when it is something that is money motivated. And that's what bothers me. I was just really looking deep in, and that specifically is the trading industries. People are taking these deals. The second deal is actual equity. You will get actual equity in this company, meaning every dollar they make, you will get a cut of it. And this is how people are making tens of millions of dollars. I'm not talking about just the trading industry. I'm just relating it. And it's not a bad industry, but it is, there are a lot of people that are at the top that do not want to tell you because they make money off of your back. They make money off of your losses. Every time that you are upset that you are losing money, you cannot feed your family at night. You cannot pay your bills on time. They are sitting there showing you how they just bought a new Lamborghini, how they just paid cash for a new house, and you were sitting there looking at them in inspiration when the only way that they are doing that is off of your back. It's like if you're going to try and get to the top of something, in whatever way you do it for greater good. Don't do it because you are trying to pull people down. You were trying to tear people down. You were trying to ruin families. But in your head, these are just numbers. These are just followers. I don't know these people in real life, so I can actually cause detriment to their lives. Well, if they're getting 30% of losses, that doesn't really matter, right? Because they were going to lose that money anyways. They're just now getting 30%. But I'm like, why would you want to look up to someone and listen to someone who knows that they are making money off of your failure? They are not conditioned and they are not incentivized to make you succeed. They are incentivized to make you fail. Keep you as far as possible from actually knowing how to do what you're supposed to do. When I looked at the structure of how all these different businesses were, I was like, whoa, all these ones are connected, and this person and this person, they're all in one. When I realized what that looked like, I was like, wow. You know, like at that point, what do you do? And then when I looked at other industries, I realized the same thing. It wasn't just happening in this, it was several. And they'll get themselves in something, they'll push it, they'll promote it, join my boot camp, my masterclass, run this play, do this thing, join my free webinar. It's all the same. So they mix illegitimate business with the legal business. And when I say legal, I mean there were multiple businesses they were starting, pulling out of. Like they were a part of a business that was, they would start, make money from customers, never deliver, close down, shut down, you never hear from them again. And the worst part is you think they were like doing it and they were just putting their names on it. Because at the end of the day, when you look at a lot of business people on social media, what they really are marketers who were given the opportunity to market something that they have majority equity in. And they're not actually operators, they're not actually people that care about the product, they're not actually people that care about the people. What they are marketers. They know how to talk, they know how to make things sound spicy, make things sound good. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I need that. And then they disappear on you and they promote the next thing. And you're such a small figure that you either feel too scared to speak up about what happened to you, or two, it doesn't matter if you do say something because nobody's gonna care, because what's the point of me speaking out against 700,000 people that support you, or 5 million people that support you, or whatever it is. So I wanted to rant about that because I'm about to head to dinner right now. And it's been upsetting me ever since I found out the information. I was like, why did I have to find this out? Because when I find something out, I just can't keep quiet, and it causes me a lot of problems, and I get in a lot of trouble, and a lot of people don't like me. But I will not be the person that says, just because we're on top, we should eat and we should stay on top. I'm the person that wants to be like, just because I'm considered amongst the top or the most popular does not mean that I am any better than somebody who was still trying, because I was once that person that was consuming, and that consumption turned to actual production, and that's how I got to where I'm at now. But that doesn't mean that there's not somebody else who's consuming now that won't produce later and won't produce 10 times better later. But if they keep getting shut down, they keep failing, they can't actually succeed, they're getting scammed out of their money. And just to put a disclaimer here, these businesses weren't always marketed by the said person. They were ran as if they were actual businesses with actual like ads being run and commercials and all that stuff, or just marketing from other people. But at the end of the day, the person behind it is the person you thought was trying to help you. I can't be a part of that. And it's like, for me, at first I was into like doing affiliations and promotions. At first I really wasn't. I was very against it. And then I was like, okay, I'll be open to it because I do think this can help. But then I was like, I can't control the quality of somebody else's business. I can't control what they're putting out. And I don't want to promote something that one day it just doesn't work the way it used to work. And now people are like, well, you let us down here. And I'm like, yeah, well, when I liked it, they were okay. It's like McDonald's, right? If I like McDonald's because they have the McRib, then, you know, I'm gonna tell you that I really like McDonald's. You should go to McDonald's to like the McRib. But if they take away the McRib, and you're like, well, Kelly, why would you tell me to go to McDonald's? They took away the McRib. I'm like, well, I liked it when they had the McRib. I don't own McDonald's, so I can't control what McDonald's puts out. So for me now, I just can't promote something that I don't want to ever bite me back or make it look like I don't have genuine intentions, because I can't control the quality of their product. But I just want to put it out there, because a lot of this money and a lot of this stuff that people glorify and look at and get excited about online is just simply not real. It's all a lie. And so I hope today, and I pray today, that for everything and every piece of hard work and effort that you put into every ounce of belief you have into yourself, that it actually comes to fruition and it comes to pass, and it allows you to see great things and be able to thrive in great ways, because you are great, despite somebody else who's trying to make their life greater by stepping on you. That's not what we're trying to do here. Well, let me not speak for them. That's not what I'm trying to do here, and that's not what I want for you. So I hope you have a great night. You may just catch me at dinner, and I'll probably still be pondering if there was more I should have said, more I could have done, and what I'm going to do in the future to make it better, and what I will say in the future to make it better. Thank you for watching this video if you stayed through, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your night. Mwah!